Method number 1. Elimination method. So called because we are going to be eliminating something here. Let's say I take 5x minus 2y equals 4, and 2x plus 3y equals 13. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to solve this one by elimination, or the elimination method. Method, that is the so-called method because I'm going to choose a variable, pick a variable there, and I'm going to eliminate it. Now, for various reasons here, eliminating the y's may be a little bit easier than eliminating the x's here. You can do either one, but as we go along here, you'll see maybe why I'm going to choose here to eliminate the y's. So we've got the y's here. I'm going to eliminate. Now, to eliminate those y's, here's what I need to do. I need to make them be the same exact number, because here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wind up adding these two equations together. If I add them right now, nothing will eliminate. I get 7x, I get plus 1y equals 17. I want to make it to where one of the variables is eliminated. And the way I do that is make my variable coefficients, the one I'm choosing to eliminate, be the same thing, be the same number, with opposite signs. Now, that's one of the reasons I chose the y's, because they already have opposite signs. All I have to do is make them be the same number. Okay? So what I do is I get the LCM here, the least common multiple of 2 and 3. What's the least common multiple of 2 and 3? Be 6, all right. And that's another thing, 5 and 2 would be 10, so I'm talking a little bigger number there. So 6 is the least common multiple of those. So I want to make both of these coefficients of the y be 6. Make both coefficients be 6. And we're going to do it by multiplying. And one's a positive, one's a negative. And already that already is kind of taken care of for us. I've already got the negative and positive part right. I can make this one be negative 6, and so this one's going to be positive 6. Okay? That's the whole idea. All right, so how would by multiplying, how would I get that to be negative 6? Multiply by 3. Okay? So I'm going to multiply, so to make this a legal type maneuver, I have to do it on both sides, don't I? Because on equations, you do something to one side, you got to do it to the other. So I'm going to multiply the top equation by 3. Then on the bottom one, I need to make that be 6, but to multiply by 2. So multiply the bottom equation, both sides by 2. Okay? So let's do that. Multiply the top one by 3. So that would be 3 times 5x would be 15x. 3 times minus 2y is minus 6y. 3 times 4 is 12. So the top equation now looks like that. Second equation, multiply by 2, so that would be 4x plus 6y equals 26. All right. So once you have that, like I said, we're going to add the two equations together. Like terms, all that good stuff. So what would that give me? 15x plus 4x, 19x. Minus 6y plus 6y. That's 0y, isn't it? Those go away. Those are eliminated. That's exactly what we wanted to happen. Those are eliminated, and then 12 plus 26, 38. Okay? So we'll wind up with a nice little equation, 19x equals 38. Well, see what happens there? Now, we just have an x equation, and so we can solve for the x there, can't we? Divide by 19. Now, we're used to saying, well, we get x, we're done, but not in this case, right? Because for the solution to a system, you need the x and the y. You need an x and a y for my solution to a system. All right? So we've got the x, hopefully. We'll check it to make sure, but we also need a y. Now, since we know the x, turns out the y, a little bit easier. We don't have to go through the whole thing again. We could if we wanted to, but yeah, since I know the x, I can plug in x either place. It looks like maybe here would be a little bit easier to plug it in. So to get the y, substitute x's 2 in for one or the other of the x's there. I'm going to choose to do it to the bottom. Like I said, it looks like it's maybe a little bit easier there because I don't have a minus, but is that okay? I just took that 2 and made it substitute for the 2x right there. So that'll be 4 plus 3y equals 13. Yeah. So now I just have an equation in y. I can solve for y. Minus 4, so we have 3y equals 9. Y equals 3. So we're saying here, what's the solution? 2, 3 is the solution. Just a real quick check of that, if you want to there. Just to check it to make sure it works, let's plug in x to be 2 and y to be 3 in both places there. I don't know if I'll do this every time, but if I plug in x to be 2 there, that would be 10 minus 6. Yep, that equals 4. And if I do 2 and 3 here again on the bottom, it would be 4 plus 9 equal 13. Sure enough. Okay. So sure enough, this way of going through it like that does give us something that works in both equations. Okay? Question or concern? Let's do another one. Okay. How about 3x plus 5y equals 30, 4x plus 6y equals 38. Okay, so you're doing elimination here. Choose a variable to eliminate. Looking, and you know, it's up to you. You can do either the x's or the y's, but let's think about it a little bit. Which one does it look like would be a little bit easier in this case? The x's, because why? A little bit smaller number, isn't it? If I choose the y's, I'm talking about 30. If I choose the x's, I'm talking 12. All right. Least common multiple. Least common multiple of 3 and 4 is 12. So I'm going to choose here to eliminate the x's. Doesn't matter which one, but sometimes one might be easier than the other. So I'm going to eliminate the x's here. Okay, so what's the deal? I need to make one be 12, but the other one needs to be negative 12. Okay? So I need to make one of them 12, the other negative 12, which in this case is a little bigger deal for this one because both of them are positive, so I am going to have to make one of them be negative in this case. All right. So let's say make that 12 multiplied by 4. So the top equation multiplied by 4 on both sides. But the second one, I need it to be 12, sure enough, but I need to be negative 12 multiplied by negative 3. Yeah. Instead of just 3, I need to multiply it by negative 3. See that? Everybody okay with that? And that should take care of it for us here. So multiply everything by 4 on the top. So it'd be 12x plus 20y equals 120. Bottom equation by negative 3. That'd be negative 12x minus 18y. Then on the right there we'd have 114, negative 114. Does that sound okay? Anybody check me on that? Okay. All right. So Now we add those equations up. X's eliminate like we wanted to. 20y plus 18y is 2y. 120 minus 114 is 6. So in this case, now we have just a nice little y equation. Divide by 2, and we got our y, don't we? But are we done? No, because what else do we need? You need an x to go with it. So guess how we'll find the x? Well, since we got the y, finding the x is a little easier if I just plug in this case, y to be 3 in one of the equations. I'm going to do it to the top. Plug in the top equation, the y to be 3. Won't that give us enough to go find the x? We believe. 3x plus 15 equals 30, so subtract 15. 3x equals 15. Divide by 3. X is 5. So my solution here, wouldn't it be 5, 3? 5, 3. All right. Okay, let me show you another one with elimination, then we'll talk about the other method. How about 2x plus 5y equals negative 1. And negative x plus 3y equals 6. All right. I do this one, to show you this, that obviously here, which one would be easier to eliminate? The x's. Okay, yeah. By far, the x's are going to be the easy one to eliminate because, yeah, this is just a 1, right? Negative 1. So the LCM here, what I can make both of those be is 2. Yeah, 2. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to eliminate the x's here. Now, to do that, I need one of them to be 2x, the other one to be minus 2x. Well, the good news here is I've already got one of them to be 2x, don't I? I don't have to do anything to the top equation. Sometimes you don't have to do anything to one of the equations. Maybe if you get real lucky, you don't have to do anything to either one. Maybe I think the next one of the ones I'll do next in just a minute, that'll happen. But yeah. All I have to do on this one is multiply on the bottom by 2, isn't it? I can leave the top equation just all the same. Just multiply that bottom equation by 2. As a matter of fact, let's just do this. Right, so I'm just going to multiply that top equation by 2, so that'll be minus 2x plus 6y equals 12. If you do that, be sure to multiply this right side by 2 as well. Okay. So 2x minus 2x gone. 5y plus 6y is 11y. Negative 1 plus 12 is 11. So we're done with the x's, out with the x's, so just solve for y now. Hey, look at that. Y turns out to be 1. Still need the x though, so go back in here and plug in y to be 1 either place, doesn't matter. Do it to the top, plug in y to be 1. That way we can find the x. 2x plus 6 equals negative 1. Subtract 6. Where did I get 6? I don't know where I got 6. All right, that'd be 5. Just checking you. All right. It'd be negative 5 both sides. 2x equals negative 6. Divide by 2. Negative 3. Negative 3, comma 1. Solution?